Hello, this is Peace Daddy, Mr. Dollar here, and we are doing activity number 18 today. This is activity number 18 in a whole series of activities and lessons from Mixtures and Solutions unit that I'm doing. Now lately we've been doing a lot on the states of matter. And the states of matter, as you know, are solids and liquids and gases. This is gases part 3. So if you have your science notebook, which you should, you need to be working by writing gases part 3 up at the top. And the supplies that you're gonna need in order to conduct this activity are a bowl, okay, a tea candle, or any short candle that is, less than an inch high, some baking soda, vinegar, here's my little measuring cup of vinegar, and matches or a lighter, okay? And I like to encourage everyone to do these activities at home. This is activity number 18. And I think out of all of my activities, you only need mom and dad around for 2 or 3 of them. Well, this is one of them because this requires you to use a lighter and a candle. So I want you to go back and do all my activities. These are all things that you could probably do at home, and you have a lot of these supplies at home. So please go back and watch all the videos again and do all the activities. Gather some of the supplies if you need to, but make sure that for this one, mom and dad are around to help. Okay, so the directions say to place a layer of baking soda about 1/4 of an inch thick in the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so shake it up. Get about 1/4 of an inch thick of baking soda in my bowl. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a shake to make sure that we're got it good and spread out. Okay, next says place the tea candle in the layer of baking soda. Put it right there in the middle, and next it says to light the candle. And I'm going to read ahead just a little bit. Light the candle, slowly pour the vinegar onto the baking soda, and observe what reaction occurred when the vinegar was poured onto the baking soda. So I'm just going to pause for a little bit, and I'm going to give you a moment to draw this in your science notebook. So you need to draw a picture of a bowl. You need to put something down in the bottom of the bowl, and you need to label that baking soda. Make sure that when you look back at this, you understand that it's baking soda in the bottom. Draw a little circle in the bottom of the bowl and label that as a candle. And then you can show that the candle has a flame at the top. Right? And then the last step says to slowly pour the vinegar onto the baking soda and observe. And I want to make sure that you can see this, so I'm going to turn the light off and see if that helps us see the candle a little bit better, or dim the lights, and hopefully that makes it easier to see the candle. Well, we'll go all the way out with the lights. And then I'm gonna pour the vinegar into the baking soda. So here's my vinegar, and I'm gonna pour it in and see what happens. Okay, so turn the lights back on real quick. And hopefully you can see that there's some bubbling and some fizzing that's going on here, but the vinegar never went inside the candle. I was very careful to make sure that I poured the vinegar on the outside of the bowl over here. And all that bubbling and fizzing is a chemical reaction. Whenever you have fizzing that happens or bubbling that happens, that means that a gas is being created. And when you mix vinegar with baking soda, the name of the gas that's created is called carbon dioxide. Well, if you know anything about fire, you should know that you need a few things to make fire. The first thing you need is something to burn, which is our candle. And the next thing that you need is a good environment for the candle to burn in. So you're gonna need some oxygen in the air. And if you don't have oxygen in the air, then you can't have a fire. Well, the oxygen was in the air because we did have a fire going for a little while. And then what happened? Well, we mixed the vinegar with the baking soda. It created this new gas called carbon dioxide. And the carbon dioxide traveled as gases do. Remember, they take up the space of their container. So the carbon dioxide started to travel outside of the bowl. And as it did, it pushed the oxygen out of the way. Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen is, and oxygen is lighter than carbon dioxide. So it pushed it out of the bowl, and the fire no longer had a good environment to burn in. So that's why it went out. All right. So let's read our card on the back. I'm gonna put it up there. So if you wanna pause the video and record any of that information in your science notebook, you can do so. But I'll also read it to you, and it says a lot of what I just said. When the vinegar was poured onto the baking soda, there should have been vigorous bubbling of the mixture. The candle should have gone out. Why? Well, the bubbles being produced are carbon dioxide gas. The candle needs oxygen in order to remain lit. The carbon dioxide forms, displacing the oxygen, causing the candle to go out. So another interesting characteristic of gases. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for watching. This has been Peace Daddy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.